If you're a man over 60 and you've stopped waking up with morning erections, let me be clear, this isn't just some quiet sign of aging. It's a silent alarm, a biological red flag. Your body is trying to tell you something, but are you listening? That slow fade in energy, that missing jolt of vitality when the sun rises. It's not just what happens with age, it's your circulation slowing down to places that matter most. Your manhood, your strength, your identity. But here's the truth. This change isn't final. It's not fate. It's reversible. And believe it or not, it starts with just 2 minutes a day. And 3 simple touch points most men have never even heard of. I'm Dr. James. For over 3 decades, I've stood with older men like you who thought their best years were behind them. Men who believed they had to surrender to age. And I've watched those same men reclaim their vitality, their confidence, and yes, their intimate power. Not with blue pills, not with risky surgeries, but with something deeper, something ancient and overlooked. The connection between your nervous system, your blood flow, and your ability to wake up feeling alive again. I know it may sound strange, pressing points on your own body to restore circulation. Desire and morning erections? But here's what most men don't realize. Your body is wired with nerve-rich energy centers that control not only blood flow, but tension, stress, hormonal balance, even your mood. And when you gently activate just 3 of these points, on your lower abdomen, the crown of your head, and the sole of your foot, you trigger a physiological response deep inside your nervous system. A response that reopens pathways, awakens blood flow, and reminds your body how to function like it once did. In this video, I'll guide you step by step through a 2-minute daily routine that has helped men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s see real results. By the end, you'll not only know the technique, you'll feel why it works. And the insight I'm going to share in just a moment, it may completely shift how you view aging, intimacy, and the fire that still burns inside you. But first, if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Tap that button. Turn on the bell. We create powerful, real-world videos to help men like you reclaim strength, purpose, and energy after 60. And if this message hits home, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, that's okay. Type 0 and tell me what you need, because I'm here to serve you better. All right, now let's get into what truly matters. Point 1. CV6, the C of energy. We begin with CV6, the C of energy, a powerful center just below your belly button that holds the key to your lower body's circulation and vitality. Now I know it sounds poetic, but this isn't just metaphor. In traditional Eastern medicine, CV6 has been used for centuries to awaken what's known as life force in men. Today, modern science is catching up. We now know this region sits at the intersection of major pelvic nerves and deep abdominal blood vessels. Stimulating it properly sends a biological signal. Wake up, circulate, heal. It's only an inch or 2 beneath your navel. Simple, easy to access, but often completely ignored. I remember a man named Bill, 67, retired firefighter. He sat across from me in my office, tired, frustrated. He said, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore." His morning erections were gone. His spark was dimming. We didn't start with medication. We started with CV6. I showed him how to gently tap this point, using 2 or 3 fingers just 30 seconds before bed. He looked at me like I was crazy. But 7 days later, he came back with a different energy in his eyes. He said, "Doc, something's happening. I felt it this morning. I felt it." That wasn't just blood flow. That was hope returning. When you tap CV6 lightly but rhythmically, you're doing more than stimulating skin. You're making contact with deep pelvic nerves. You're relaxing the pelvic floor. You're releasing subtle, internal tension that restricts blood from flowing where it needs to go. In essence, you're reawakening a part of you that's gone quiet over the years. Tap this point for 30 seconds. Breathe slowly as you do it. Visualize warmth, movement, energy returning to your lower body. This is your foundation, but it's just the start. Because while CV6 works from the ground up, our next point works from the top down. And when these two meet, something remarkable begins to happen. Point 2. GV20. The 100 meetings. Now that we've activated the sea of energy at the core of your body, we shift to a place most men would never associate with intimacy. Blood flow or erections. The very top of your head. That's right. GV20, also known as the 100 meetings. It might sound strange at first. What does the crown of your head have to do with morning erections? More than you think. This remarkable point sits at the center of your scalp, right where an invisible line drawn from ear to ear intersects the top of your head. It's called the 100 meetings, because it's where your body's major energy channels meet. But more than that, it's where your mind and body learn to cooperate again. You see, while CV6 works through your core and circulation, GV20 works through your mind. And your mind might be holding back more than your body ever could. As we age, most of us carry quiet stress we never talk about. Worry, self-doubt, memories that linger. Years of feeling like less than we used to be. And that stress? It tightens your chest, constricts your blood vessels, and blocks the very flow needed for arousal and performance. It's not just psychological, it's physiological. Your nervous system cannot open to pleasure if it's stuck in survival mode. That's why GV20 matters deeply. Let me share a story. A man named Richard, 72 years old, a widower. He'd lost more than just his wife. He'd lost himself. He sat across from me, shoulders slumped, and said, "It's not just my body, Doc. It's my head. I can't shut it off." I saw in him what I see in many men. The weight of years. The pressure to be strong when inside you're tired. The fear that your best days are behind you. I taught Richard to tap GV20, using his fingertips, with slow, calming rhythm. Just 30 seconds a night, nothing fancy. Each night I told him, "Don't try to make something happen. Just allow stillness." Within a few days, he came back and said, "Doc, I'm sleeping deeper. I feel lighter in my chest." And then this morning I woke up, and my body responded, like it remembered. That's the power of letting go. Tapping GV20 isn't about doing something to your head. It's about softening the noise, about releasing the grip of anxiety, frustration, and performance pressure. When you calm your mind, your body responds. When you signal safety, your nervous system lets go. And in that surrender, blood begins to flow again. Not forced, not faked, but real, natural arousal. So here's how to do it. With your fingertips, gently tap the very top of your head for 30 seconds. Close your eyes if it helps. Breathe slowly. With each tap, imagine the static in your mind dissolving. Imagine calm washing over you like the silence right before dawn. You're not fixing anything. You're just reminding your mind. It's okay now. You're safe. You can rest. And when the mind rests, the body rises. We've now grounded your core through CV6 and quieted your mind through GV20. But we're still missing one final key, a point at the very opposite end of your body that connects it all together. It may sound surprising, but this last point might be the most important of all. And once it's activated, everything begins to flow. Let's keep going. Part 3. Point 3. K1. The bubbling spring. After waking up the body's core with CV6 and calming the mind with GV20, we now arrive at the third and final point, the one that pulls it all together. The grounding point, the hidden root. It lies at the opposite end of the body, on the sole of your foot, just beneath the ball. This point is known as K1 or the bubbling spring. And while it might sound unusual to focus on your foot, when we're talking about blood, flow, and morning erections, the truth is this is where everything connects. You see, K1 plays a vital role in something most men never even think about: the regulation of the autonomic nervous system, the system that controls rest, repair, circulation, and intimacy. Let's be honest, how many nights have you laid in bed? Exhausted but wide awake? Your body tense, your thoughts racing, everything just off. That restless feeling, that invisible weight. It's your nervous system stuck in low-grade alarm mode. Not quite panic, but never fully at peace. This constant tension keeps your blood vessels constricted. It weakens sensitivity. It blocks your ability to experience rest, let alone arousal. And that's exactly where K1 becomes your secret weapon. I'll never forget Harold, 69 years old, a retired teacher who said to me, with complete defeat in his voice, "Doc, I haven't had a solid night's sleep or a decent erection in almost a year. I feel disconnected from my own body." He was tired, frustrated, ashamed. But we didn't dive into complex therapies or medications. We started simple, right at his feet. We walked through the full tapping routine together. And when we got to K1, he raised an eyebrow. "You're telling me this tiny point on my foot is going to fix that?" I just nodded. That night, Harold tried it. And the next morning, he called me. "Doc, I slept like I did in my 40s, and I woke up ready." That's the magic of K1. When you gently tap K1, you're doing more than stimulating the skin. You're helping your body transition out of the stress response, from fight or flight, into rest and repair mode. And it's in that calm, grounded state that blood begins to flow freely again. It tells your body, "You're safe now. You can soften. You can open." And when that signal reaches your pelvic region, the vessels dilate, the tissues respond, and the body remembers what it's capable of. Here's how to activate K1. Use your thumb or fingertips to gently tap the spot on the sole of your foot, just beneath the ball, right in the center of that soft area. Tap each foot for about 20 seconds. As you do, close your eyes. Feel the ground beneath you. Let your breath deepen. Let go. This is more than a technique. It's a reconnection, a return to the present moment, a quiet reminder that you are still alive, still whole, still powerful. This is the final point, but not the final step. Because while each point, CV6, GV20, and K1, has its own power, the real transformation happens when you combine them, in the right order, with the right intention. Coming up next, I'll walk you through the exact 2-minute ritual, step by step, so you can put it all together and feel the shift, possibly even tonight. The 2-minute daily ritual. Step by step. Now that you understand the power of each of the 3 points, it's time to bring them all together into a nightly ritual that takes only 2 minutes, but holds the potential to change your life. This isn't about forcing your body. It's not about trying to be who you were at 25. It's about gently reconnecting with a part of yourself that's still alive, just waiting to be remembered. And it starts with stillness. So before we begin, I want you to find a quiet place. No noise, no distractions. A space where you can sit or lie down comfortably. Let this be your moment, just for you. Close your eyes. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Not mechanical, but conscious. Each inhale is a message to your body. I'm here. I'm listening. I haven't given up on you. Now we begin. Step 1. CV6. C of energy. Below the navel. Place 2 or 3 fingers just an inch or 2 below your belly button. This is your center, your core, your life force. Gently tap this spot for 30 seconds. Don't press hard. Let your fingers move with a steady, peaceful rhythm. As you tap, breathe into that space. Visualize warmth building in your lower abdomen. Imagine blood moving downward, waking up your pelvic floor, softening internal tightness, bringing life back to a part of you that's been too quiet for too long. Let this be your first step, your foundation. Step 2. GV20. 100 meetings, crown of the head. Now shift your attention to the very top of your head, the crown, where the lines from ear to ear meet. Use your fingertips to gently tap this spot, again for 30 seconds. As you tap, imagine the mental noise dissolving. All the stress, all the pressure, all the years of overthinking, fear, self-doubt. Let it soften. Let your thoughts quiet. Let your body feel safe. Picture your nervous system saying, "I can relax now. I don't have to brace anymore." This is where the mind and body learn to trust each other again. Step 3. K1. Bubbling spring, sole of your foot. Finally, bring your awareness all the way down to your feet, to the grounding source of your energy. With your thumb or fingers, gently tap the sole of each foot, just below the ball, about 20 seconds per foot. Feel the connection to the earth. Feel yourself anchored. Feel your energy running from head to toe. No longer blocked, no longer scattered, unified. This is your reset. This is your reconnection. This is your return to yourself. Complete the ritual. Now sit in silence for a few more breaths. Let your body respond. Let the rhythm of tapping settle into memory. Let your nervous system integrate what you've done. No tools, no gimmicks, no prescriptions. Just presence, just rhythm, just you. This small nightly ritual, when done with intention and consistency, begins to create a shift. A real lasting change. It starts subtle, a bit more relaxation, a little less tension, deeper sleep, a stronger sense of wholeness. And yes, morning vitality returning, not as a performance, but as a natural, effortless response. You may be surprised by how quickly your body responds, not because of the tapping itself, but because you're finally giving it permission to work, the way it was always designed to. But now the real question is, what should you expect next? How will you know it's working? And what signs will show up day by day? That's what I'll guide you through next. Because the next 7 days could quietly transform your relationship with your body, your confidence, and your manhood. What to expect in 7 days, plus booster tips to maximize results. Most men I speak to are skeptical at first. And I get it. You hear just 2 minutes a day and think, how could something so small make a real difference? You've probably tried things in the past that didn't work. So why should this? But I've seen it again and again. When a man truly commits to this practice, even for just 7 days, something begins to shift. Not always in a fireworks-filled way, but in quiet, meaningful signs that your body is waking up. It's not a fantasy. It's not a placebo. It's the way your nervous system, your blood flow, and your masculine energy begin to remember their natural rhythm. Let me walk you through what to expect. Day 1-2. The foundation begins. In the first 2 days, you may notice something small, but powerful. Your breathing begins to slow more easily at night. You feel a little more relaxed when you lie down. That tightness in your hips or lower back, it might feel just a bit lighter. These are not coincidences. They're signs your nervous system is responding, letting go of years of built-up tension, preparing for deeper rest and restoration. This is the silent beginning, the foundation where all healing starts. Day 3-4. The mental shift. By day 3 or 4, you'll likely notice a shift in your mind. The spiral of thoughts in the evening, it begins to slow. Falling asleep gets easier. You stay asleep longer. You might even wake in the early morning hours with a feeling you haven't had in a long time, a quiet pressure, a subtle sensation. Not quite a full erection yet, but something. That's blood returning. That's energy rising. That's your body remembering. Day 6-7. The return of power. By day 6 or 7, something profound may occur. You wake up, and something stirs. More strength, more sensitivity, more confidence. You might look in the mirror and realize you're standing taller, breathing deeper, smiling without even trying. This isn't about going back in time. It's about returning to the man you were always meant to be. The part of you that never really left, just got buried under stress, fatigue, and disconnection. I remember a man named Carl, 74 years old, who emailed me after just 1 week of the ritual. He said, "I didn't think anything would change. But on day 7, I woke up, and before I even opened my eyes, I smiled. Because I felt something I thought I'd lost for good." That's not just circulation. That's renewal. That's hope becoming real. But here's the truth. These first 7 days are only the beginning. Once you start to feel change, the natural question becomes, how do you keep going? How do you amplify your results? And build on the momentum? Let's talk about that now. Booster tips to maximize results. Once you feel even the smallest shift, a better night's sleep, a clearer mind, a hint of arousal, you'll want to support that change. Here are a few simple, powerful boosters that can dramatically enhance your results. 1. Hydration. Your circulation's best friend. Most older men are mildly dehydrated and don't even realize it. And guess what? Even slight dehydration can reduce blood volume, restrict circulation, and dull sensitivity. Here's the fix. Drink a full glass of water before bed. Not so much that it wakes you to use the bathroom, just enough to support blood flow overnight. Add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon juice to improve absorption. It's a small habit with big effects. 2. Magnesium. The nervous system's natural calm. Magnesium is one of your nervous system's best allies. It relaxes muscles, eases tension, and supports vascular health. If you often feel tight in your hips, lower back, or neck, a magnesium supplement before bed can be the perfect support. It pairs beautifully with the tapping routine, like adding oil to the gears of your system. 3. Skip heavy meals and alcohol at night. A big dinner or glass of wine before bed? It might feel comforting, but it actually makes your body work overtime when it should be resting. Digestion disrupts sleep. Alcohol interferes with hormone balance. Both reduce your body's ability to recover and respond. Instead, choose a light dinner. Let your body wind down without a burden. 4. Breathe with presence. During tapping, as you tap, slow your breathing. Let each breath be a message. I'm not rushing. I'm connecting. This isn't a race. It's a ritual. Your presence during this practice is what turns it from a routine into a transformation. 5. Be gentle with yourself. Don't force it. Don't obsess over results. You're not trying to fix yourself. You're rebuilding trust with your body. And that takes consistency, gentleness, and respect. When you bring that level of care to yourself, your body gives back in ways that are profound, and sometimes even surprising. These small boosters, when added to your nightly tapping practice, lay the foundation for long-term vitality. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming strength, balance, and freedom. Right now, as the man you are today. But there's one final piece I need to share with you. Because none of this, the tapping, the breathing, the rituals, means anything if deep down, you no longer believe you deserve to feel alive again. So in this last section, I want to speak not just to your health, but to your heart. A message to your heart, not just your health. You've just learned something that most men go their entire lives without ever hearing. Not because it's hidden, not because it's complicated, but because we were taught not to look for it. We were taught to ignore the quiet, natural wisdom of our own bodies, to power through, to suck it up, to believe that losing our edge, our energy, our erections was just a part of getting older. And we believed it, silently, painfully. Year after year, we told ourselves, this is just how it is now. But today, I hope you felt something different. A shift, a spark, a subtle, maybe even fragile, but very real sense of hope. A sense that maybe, just maybe, there's still more power left in you than you've been led to believe. Because here's the truth. You now know the 3 vital points. CV6, just below your navel, to awaken blood flow from your core. GV20 at the crown of your head, to quiet the mind and relieve pressure. K1, on the sole of your foot, to ground your energy and calm your nervous system. You've learned how these points, when tapped in a focused and intentional way, send messages through your nervous system that open blood vessels, relax tension, and reignite natural function. You've discovered a simple 2-minute ritual. No pills, no machines, no shame, just presence, just rhythm, just you, taking care of yourself again. And you've seen what can happen in just 7 days, how sleep deepens, how confidence stirs, how the morning spark quietly returns, not because of pressure, but because of permission. You've also received powerful booster tips: hydration to improve blood flow, magnesium to relax the nervous system, clean evenings without heavy food or alcohol, breath awareness to anchor the ritual, and most of all, gentleness with yourself. Because you're not forcing change, you're inviting it. And that's the part most men never realize. Healing doesn't begin when you try harder. Healing begins when you finally believe you deserve it. You are still worthy of feeling alive, still worthy of touch, of arousal, of pride in your own body. Not because you're chasing youth, but because you are a man who still has life to live and love to give. I've worked with men for over 30 years, and let me tell you, no textbook, no degree, no protocol has taught me what I've learned from seeing real change happen in real men. Here's what I know to be true. The body listens when you start to care again. That care, that quiet, intentional care, is where everything begins. This is not about becoming young again. It's about becoming whole. It's about waking up every morning with dignity, with power, with the simple joy of feeling like yourself again. So take these steps. Do the practice. Drink the water. Tap the points. Breathe slowly, and most of all, believe, because you haven't lost your power. It's been waiting for you to come home to it. Now, this is your time. Don't let it slip away.